Hey guys, welcome to the second lecture of national income where we are going to study circular flow of national income today, which is very important question from your exam point of view. Now what is circular flow? In a simple language, I would like to tell you that circular flow means the income flows in circle, that is from household it will go to firms, from firms again it will go to household. So the income is generated and it flows in circle. That's the simple meaning of circular flow of national income. Now let us see in economics terms. The circular flow of national income refers to the process whereby an economy's money receipts and payments flow in a circular manner continuously. Now why continuously? It flows continuously because, as we know, see, human wants are unlimited and hence the production is continuous, and due to this production the factors as well as the money keeps on flowing continuously in the economy, and hence it is continuous national income flow, continuous circular flow, because income is created, income is generated, production is done continuously, and hence it is continuous flow of national income. Now in your syllabus we are going to study two sector model of circular flow of national income. In your higher standards there is three sector and as well as four sector model also. See, I will tell you in short because it's not for your you don't require it actually, but in short I will tell you. Three sector model means their government is also considered, and in four sector model even the foreign transactions are considered. That you don't need right now. So let us focus on your syllabus, that is two sector model of circular flow of national income. See, there are two sectors of the economy. As per this model we are studying this two sector model. Household the first sector and firms is the second sector. So we are going to study two sectors, households and firms. Look at the diagram please. Have a look at this entire diagram please. The upper half, this one, the upper half, this is called the factor market, whereas the lower half, this is lower half, this lower half is called the commodity market. This was I was mentioning just about the markets. Upper half factor market and the lower half is commodity market. Now let us see what we are going to discuss in this circular flow of national income. Now look at the entire diagram carefully. I will show it with the help of my lasers. See the factors of production. What happens is, here we are starting the outer circle. The starting point is households, as you can see it on the board. So what happens is, in simple short sweet language I will explain this circular flow. Household supply the factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. These factors of production are supplied by household. So household is supplying these factors of production. Look at the outer circle, and these factors of production are used by the firms. So firms are using these factors of production which are supplied by household. So these factors of production, land, labor, capital, enterprise, these are used by the firms in the production process. So firm is making use of factors of production and firms are undertaking production. Now what firms will do is, firms will produce the goods and services, and these same goods and services are supplied to the household sector. See how the circle completes. Initially it starts with the household sector. Household sector will supply all the factors of production required, that is land, labor, capital, enterprise. All these factors are supplied by the household to the firms. Firms will make use of these factors, and then firms will produce the goods and services, and firms will supply these goods and services to the household sector. So I hope you got this outer circle clearly. So these goods will flow from the firms to the household sector. It is called product flow. So first, outer circle explains the entire product flow. Again I will repeat, again I will explain you the circle. Look at the board carefully, those who didn't understand. household sector is the starting point for the outer circle. Household sector will provide all the factors of production such as land, labor, capital, entrepreneur to the firms. Firms will make use of these factors of production, and firm will produce the goods and services which will be provided as per the requirement to the household sector. And this circle is complete. It is called product flow. So the outer circle represents or shows the product flow. Now let us see what is money flow. See, money flow is shown by way of inner circle, where our starting point will be firms. What happens is, firms is making use of the factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, enterprise. So firms is making use of factors of production, and for that use firms is paying factor payments, such as firm is paying rent which is given to the land, wages given to the labor, interest is given to the capital, and enterprises or entrepreneurs get profit. So these are called factor payments, which is factor income of the factors, and payment for the firm. So same thing, but from different perspective the name changes. So it is factor income which is received by the household sector: rent, wages, interest, profit. So firms is making payment in the form of rent, wages, interest, profit. This is called factor payment, and it becomes the income of the household sector. Why household sector? Because the factors were supplied by the household sector, as we saw in the first circle, outer circle, product flow. So now household sector is receiving this factor income in the form of rent, wages, interest, profit, and this factor income received is again used by the household sector for buying the goods and services. So this becomes the consumption expenditure of the household sector. So household sector is spending the money earned. That means it becomes the consumption expenditure for buying the goods and services. So when household sector buys the goods and services, they spend it, consumption expenditure is done. So this amount is again received by the firms, because firm is selling that goods and services. So here the flow is completed. It started from the firms and again it came back to the firms. This is called money flow. I repeat the money flow again. Pay attention. Here for money flow, the starting point is firms. Firms is making payment to the factors of production in the form of rent, wages, interest, profit. So this becomes the factor income of the household sector, and with this factor income, household sector is spending this money as a consumption expenditure to buy the goods and services, and in this way this money is again received by the firms. So the inner circle is also completed, and this is called money flow. The outer circle, we started with the household. It supplied the factors of production. Those factors utilized by the firms. Firms produced the goods and services and supplied it to household. That was the outer circle. That is called product flow. That is over. Then we start for the money flow. With the firms we start. Firms is making payment to the factors of production in the form of rent, wages, interest, profit. That becomes the income of the household sector, and this same money is spent by the household sector for purchases. That becomes the consumption expenditure on goods and services, and this expenditure ultimately becomes the income of the firms again. So we started with the firms, we ended with the firm, and that's why it is called the circular flow of national income in both ways. Product flow also, circular flow, and money flow also, circular flow of the national income. I hope you got the point very clearly. Thus, from households to firms and then back to households is shown on the outer circle, from household to the firms and back to households, and it is product flow. And the inner flow, that is money flow, is shown from firms to the households and again from households to the firms. That completes the flow. So this is what is nothing but circular flow of national income, and with this I finish my today's lecture in short. I hope it helps you understood this. Do like and subscribe to my channel and share this video. Thanks for watching.